Hey guys, welcome, welcome. Let me give this a minute. See who shows up here. I'm Melissa Zoske and I'm a wealth and energy alignment mentor, and I'm so excited to be here with you today because I have a topic that I get questioned about a lot, and it's about energy blocks and what they are. So I thought, you know what, I'm just going to go on here and do a quick talk on that and just share a simple analogy that I just heard recently that I thought, oh, that's perfect. That's perfect for you guys. I'm going to go ahead and see if I can find this and share it. Hold on a sec. Hope you guys are having a great Tuesday so far. Okay, if you can hear me, please post that you can hear this. It's saying I'm having a little bit of difficulty with the internet connection. So I want to make sure I can get this okay. All right, looks like I've got this okay. Okay, hold on one second. Okay. Anybody else on here? I hope you guys can hear me okay. It's kind of a bummer. I'm using this mic, so it's something new. So if you can hear me, I see a few people on here. Hi, Demetrius. How are you doing? Nice to see you here. Can you hear me okay? Can you hear me okay, Demetrius? I hope so. Oh, good. Awesome. Loud and clear. I hope that's a good thing. Okay. All right. So what I wanted to go through today was what are energy blocks? And I have that question asked me a lot. And I think it's such a good topic. And this analogy that I heard the other day was, it just really hit home. So what I wanted to talk to you, will tell you like a little quick story. It's, just imagine if you had some really important information and it's on paper, okay? And you have to get it across town in person. Really important. It's on a timeline. You have to get it there within a specific time, and it's clear across town. So you hop in your car, you drive across the roads, you're really trying to get there as quickly as possible, but then there's a major accident in the road, right? It's like, oh no. And there is no detours. There's nothing. It is blocked for hours. So, and maybe even possibly days. So there's no detours. You can't go around it. You can't get past it, but these papers are really important and you can't get it to where it needs to go. And if you don't get it there in that time, something could fall through. It could be bad news. It could be something really important is missed out on, right? So when you think of our energy pathways like that, it's very similar. We have information pathways, and it's around us in our human field. It's our human energy field. And it's important that there are no blocks getting in the way. So that information that we have going from one part of our body to the other is really important that it get there. Or if it's blocked, what could happen? I mean, it doesn't sound good, right? Your energy is how your biochemistry runs, and it's reliant on that, and vice versa. So if you have some kind of block, you can see where there could be issues with things just stop working properly. They're really slowed down. You don't feel like yourself. So emotions can be that way too. You feel stuck. And sometimes things just don't work right. I know I felt that way. When my energy is off, I just feel like I mix up my words more. I just don't feel good. I'm kind of in a bad mood or spacey, or I'm not clear about what I want to do. I'm not focused. I might find myself sitting in front of Netflix all day long. I mean, you know what I'm talking about. And it can also be in the form of physical symptoms. So when you think of these energy blocks, you're not getting that information transferred from one part of you to the other, and that's even the energy around you as well. Miscommunication can happen. This can affect not only physical, but it can affect your relationships. Like I said, miscommunication. You say the wrong thing, you mean something, they hear something different because you're just blipping all over the place with your energy. It can even affect your business, your income, finances, everything can go haywire. So because you're out of your game, you're just not on your game. You just feel like everything is scattered and mixed up. And when you think of frequencies, and if it's not tuned in, like on a TV channel or a radio or old radio channel, if it's not tuned in right on, you get static and you just feel like, oh, it's irritating, right? So this basically your vibration goes bonkers and it's no fun. So, and plus the other part of this is when you have blocks, your energy goes down physically too. You feel tired all the time. It's not fun. So when you clear the blocks, allowing the information to get where it needs to go, everything can function properly. Everything is going where it's supposed to go. You feel like everything is flowing with ease and grace. And it just feels so much better. And you know those days that I'm talking about. You feel like you get so much more done. I call this Einstein time. You could get 10 times more done that day and not even feel like you even worked that hard because your energy is on. You're not blocked. You're moving. Everything is smooth sailing, right? You know those kind of days I'm talking about. So that's what I call living in the vortex, and it's also what we call healing. So if you aren't blocked, if everything is flowing, you don't have any roadblocks in your energy, you can get information from one end of you to the other and things work right. So any kind of symptoms that you've been trying to heal, they healed properly. Your body is made to self-heal. And when you don't have any blocks in there, it's able to do its job. So it's really important that you really look for any blocks within you and get support if you can't figure out what it is. If there's something going on, you know it intuitively that you aren't feeling right. So get that support that you need, okay? There's lots of ways to clear energy blocks, and I have so many different friends that work with energy. They work with crystals. I have different people that do EFT, emotion code. I use emotion code and EFT, the healing codes. I use different scanning systems that help with clearing energy blocks. It's a beautiful thing. We have so many resources these days. We're in a paradigm shift of information and of learning new ways that we can help ourselves and help others. So that's what I'm here for. So energy blocks can be in the form of emotions. Think about it. When you're in a good mood, you're walking down the street, you're all happy, you're whistling, everything's going great, and then something happens, and all of a sudden you are in a bad mood. Your energy goes. That's because the emotion that you had just totally crushed you, and it just dampened your emotion. It dampened your energy. It turned everything down. So, it's reality. We're going to have emotions go up and down, but learning how to see them for what they are and clearing them faster, not hanging on to them as long, really is helpful. Demetrius, you're so welcome. I hope this helps. Other blocks, it doesn't have to be, when I'm saying energy blocks, energy is just the base of everything. Everything is energy. So it kind of works its way up, but toxins are energy. Toxins are energy blocks. Viruses, bacteria, their byproducts, mycotoxins, mycoplasmas, anything in that realm could be a energy block. Also, beliefs. Negative beliefs can totally be a block. It can sabotage you on every level. Negative thinking. So you just thinking negative, like, how could I be so dumb? Or, they're dumb. Or nobody does anything right. I have to do it myself. Whatever your negative thinking is, that is an energy block. So just being aware of it is helpful in clearing it, just because your perception and perspective on things can change. And so just because you think something now, you could be thinking the same thing tomorrow, but have a different perception of it and be more positive about it. And it's not going to come out that same way. Toxic relationships. Those can really be energy blocks. I mean, they can really set you up for disaster. Stress. I mean, stress is like the number one for everything, right? It's like seems to be the horrible thing of our existence. We can't get away from stress. Learning to deal with stress, whether it's exercise, taking walks, getting outside, whatever that is, can help reduce those energy blocks as well and clear them out. Long-term illnesses, chronic illnesses can be in themselves. Usually energy blocks can contribute to getting the illness, in my opinion, just because everything is energy, but long-term illness by itself can be another energy block. accident stress, like you get in a car wreck, that kind of stress can really, or any kind of accident, it can really be another block, because then you have a fear, you have all these fears come up, they bring up old memories, things that you've inherited. We are not born with just inheriting hair and eye color. We're not born an empty slate. We are born with our inherited ancestors' beliefs, traumas, memories. All those things are energy. And energy brings up things in our life today. And when we think of something that's upsetting, it triggers that early inherited belief. It could also be emotions that you inherit or you absorb from people that were influential in your life, like childhood, maybe it's your coach, little league coach or something like that you had, and things that they said really settled on deep into you. Sometimes good, sometimes not so good. Those are energy blocks. So it's really important that you really pay attention to any of those blocks that come into play, okay? My daughter was talking to me about stress the other day. She had watched a TED Talk show about this gal talking, I can't remember the lady's name, but she was talking about stress and how stress doesn't have to be bad. And my daughter's like, Mom, stress doesn't have to be bad. Stress can be a good thing. I'm like, okay, I need to watch this TED Talk. So here's where perception comes into place. We believe that stress is bad, but this lady was talking about how, she's a therapist, I believe, and she was talking about how stress can actually be thought of as a good thing. If you look at it as like, oh my gosh, I'm going through all this stress, and you change your perception on that, and you see it as this is just working muscles. This stress is getting me in shape for things that I can handle later on even better. By doing that and shifting your perception of stress, it really makes it not even the same animal. And I was trying to explain that to my daughter. I said, well, that doesn't count because it's really not stress anymore. Because once you turn it into something positive, then I would consider it something different. It's something beautiful. It's like an exercise. So I was trying to tell her that. She was not quite getting it, but I'm sure you do. Yes, it's changing your mindset, Demetrius. Shift your frequencies and energies. So when you're looking at something negative like stress, and you're like, okay, this is preparing me for something really cool. And it's only going to make me stronger so that I'm better able to handle situations in my life. And then you get excited because it's like working out. You know that you're going to get where you need to go, right? And then you feel your cells kind of align more. They're like, you're excited. You're finding you're passionate about this. And, it just changes everything. So really it came into play. It was so much fun. So think about this and think about the analogy I had in the beginning about the roadblocks and how it's so important that we get the information from one end of town to the other. And our human body feels the same way. We need to make sure we get that information from here down to our feet, wherever it needs to go, so that we can then be able to have a nice clear path, get there quickly, get the information to where it needs to go. And that same thing is delivering paper that's really important, important documents across town via car. It's the same thing in our bodies. It's the same thing with our energy. We need to be able to have one part of us communicate with everything else. I mean, that's how our body functions on a physical level, is via communication, right? Information pathways. And energy, like I said, it's not just the energy that's internally, it's within us, it's all around us, because we extend out so far in our field and we affect things around us as well. So keeping those energy blocks cleared and avoiding creating new energy blocks is really important. Anyway, I hope this has helped you guys. If you found this helpful, please share it. Please like this. I really appreciate it. You guys are amazing. And I hope to hear from you guys soon. If you have any questions too, you can put them in the comments below, and I would love, love, love to answer them for you. And thanks again so much. I really appreciate you guys. Have a great rest of the day. Bye.